Hey everyone, I'm Japandaman and this is Neko, and this is our first Q&A session.
We thought we'd take a bit of time to just have a quick chat to our audience about, how we got to where we are, what inspired us, and how we got introduced to the wonderful world of Japanese pop culture.
Okay, so the idea for It's Japanman came from, wanting to give something back to the otaku community. I've been greatly inspired by what Danny Chu does. And for those of you that don't know, Danny Chu is a blogger that lives in Japan and blogs about, the otaku life over there amongst everything else that he does. And yeah, I just felt like, I love what he does, about, bringing, this part of the pop culture to the rest of the world, to maybe people who don't know exactly what's going on or what it's all about. And by doing this, I want to, I guess, shed light on the otaku community that we have here in Australia. Because it is, quite strong. We do have, a whole heap of, cosplayers here. We do have people, who are into anime, into manga. So yeah, I just want to, bring some of their experiences, into the light, and just share it with the rest of the world.
So mostly the idea came from big juicy brain over here. I got a phone call one day saying, hey, I'm looking for a co-host to do this with. I want someone who's really into this kind of community, loves it, wants to sort of feed the anime community in Australia a bit. And I thought, damn, how can I pass up that opportunity? Honestly, I couldn't say that I could pinpoint an exact moment where all this kind of started. It was just somewhat of a natural kind of progression. My partner is the owner of Chaos Anime, as you guys probably know from conventions. I'm sure you've seen us running around. He originally introduced me to anime. We started off watching Akira, and then next and next and next and next, and it just sort of built from there. And then I kind of discovered cosplay. I was like, holy crap, I can actually dress up as these anime characters and do role playing and just be this amazing character and be something other than myself.
With me, I guess, because I'm into video games. So, being I was always interested in the games that we never got out here in Australia. So, and once you begin, to have a look at the kind of games that don't get released here, and quite a lot of them actually are set in Japan. So through, seeing screenshots and videos of those games, you begin to see, parts of Japan that you normally wouldn't have seen. Mm-hmm. And so then you just want to, for me, I just wanted to see more and more of Japan and about these, these areas like, Shibuya and, Akihabara that were all in these games. So I just wanted to see more and more of it. And I guess it just kind of grew from there, once I knew about the video games, and I just kind of naturally discovered anime and then manga, and it just opened up the world of the Japanese pop culture, of the otaku life to me.
It's true, one thing leads to another, and now sitting in front of a camera doing a show for YouTube.
Yeah, it's like a snowball effect.
Yeah. Well, I've done never like a YouTube TV show or anything like that before, but I've always been somewhat of a natural entertainer, always been out there. I sort of seem to draw attention to myself a lot of times, not necessarily on purpose, it just kind of happens. I've sort of ended up doing a bit of stage work, doing some burlesque shows, stuff like that. I've done a lot of alternative modeling, so always kind of been in front of the camera, but it's always been stuff that allows me to be someone else and to do something totally crazy that you could never sort of do in real life, like dress up like a big horned devil in like leather with whips and chains and stuff like that. You can't walk down the street like that. But hell, when you're doing a photo shoot, seize the day, seize the opportunity and just, go for it. Why not?
I've been to Japan a few times since 2010. And I feel like each time we go, we learn something new and we see something new. So, and even just going over stuff that we've already seen, it's stuff, we only get to go once a year, which is, more than I guess than what a lot of people get to go. But
more than me.
Yeah. But yeah, look, it's just, we just love going there and just, each time just making new discoveries, just with the people, with the culture. Like finding new shops, it's always fun.
shopping. Oh, I can't say I've ever been to Japan, which makes me really, really sad, but I'm saving. We've got a trip planned for the end of this year. It's going to happen. They're going to show me around. I can do some shopping.
Yep.
Can't wait for the shopping. I want to go visit all the places animes were made and just like take photos there, like really cheesy. Like, yeah, I was here. That's awesome.
I made it.
Totally.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go. Unfortunately, I haven't been, but soon.
It'll happen.
It's happening.
It's been really, really good, like very, very positive. Everyone, I guess, that we've approached with regards to, interviews or, assistance in any other way, permission for something, everyone has been incredibly supportive and everyone has come to the party and wanted to help out in one way or another. It's been really, really fantastic. To get that kind of feedback, definitely.
I think it's a good time as well to actually thank everyone who has supported us so far. It's actually meant a huge amount to us, just because we started this not knowing where it was going to go and that kind of stuff, and to sort of be here with fans, I guess you could call it. Like, whoa, this is pretty full on. So thank you so much for your support, guys. It's all been really, really positive. Of course, you're going to have some people that are going to be a bit of a downer every now and then, but that comes with the territory. Generally overwhelmingly positive.
Definitely.
Overall, we've found that people really want to participate in this kind of thing. Everyone has always been sort of pushing towards the same goal that we have, which is going to be like promote the otaku community, allow it to grow in Australia, spread the love. Even like cosplay, I'm massively into promoting the Melbourne, obviously because I'm here, but Australian cosplay community, just in terms of self-esteem for young people, that kind of stuff, allowing them to have a creative outlet, do what they want to do, be involved in stuff that they're passionate about, and I think everyone's really driving towards that.
Yeah, the otaku community, from what we've seen here, like even at conventions and expos, it's such a passionate community. Like everyone loves to be a part of it. For the most part, everyone's extremely friendly and will swap ideas, with regards, to making cosplay outfits.
Very supportive.
Yeah, or even like, animes that maybe, their friends haven't seen or someone else hasn't seen. It's a very, sharing and thriving and passionate community, which is good. It's great to be a part, of something like that, and be able to give something back, to keep that community growing, and hopefully give people new experiences and new things to talk about.
We just want the otaku community to get bigger and bigger. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. I'm living in the moment.
I don't know. It's a big question. I mean, like I just I'd like to be able to say that we'll be doing what we're doing now, just maybe on a bigger scale. But definitely. We're having a great time doing what we're doing, and it's good. Like when I personally think about doing this, in the next 2, 3, 4 years, look, as long as there's an audience there and people love what we're doing, well then I guess we're going to keep we have no reason to stop. So we'll, because it's not like this isn't going to run out of ideas anytime soon, because the otaku world is
endless.
Huge. It's endless, and especially with things always changing, in Japan, so there'll always be something new, to show people. So, so if you keep watching, we shall keep making. So, yeah.
So that's it for our little Q&A session today. We're halfway through season 1, so I really hope you've enjoyed what we've shown you so far. We've still got plenty more in store for you for the remaining few episodes, and it's going to be a big roller coaster ride up to season 2 as well. So fingers crossed this is all going to be awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. We love you.
We'll see you in season 2. Matane!
Matane!